The gang's all here. Hello and welcome. I've finally completed my Season 1 selection of characters from Hello Carbots. Yes. And here is the last guy I needed to complete the set. Now some of you are probably thinking, hang on a minute, you've already reviewed this toy and, well, yeah. I have already reviewed this particular character, or a toy of this character, and a while back I did this guy. Now this is Hello Carbot SantaFe Ace, and this is his mini version or standard version, STD version, and I reviewed this a number of months back. But I got this because one, I didn't have a version of this character in the big scale, and two, I wanted an example of this particular scale of toy that Sonocon do. So I bought that, reviewed it. It's a great little thing. It's all right in vehicle mode, but when in robot mode, it's a bit thin and flimsy. So not fantastic. But of course, now I've got the proper one. I've got the proper full scale one. Well, when I say scale, you know, it's the same scale as the other Carbots that I've got. Well, more or less. So if you do a quick size comparison with his smaller cousin. There we go. And yeah. So, starting afresh, this is Hello Carbot SantaFe Ace in his vehicle mode. And as you can see, he's a bright red SUV of the Hyundai Santa Fe. Now this is the first Carbot toy to come out for the range back in 2014 when the first season came out. This was the first toy they released, an Ace, and he in the Season 1 he is one of the main characters of the show, especially in the early episodes, the first 5 or 6 episodes. This guy is a main player, and is a vehicle mode like other Carbots. It's made out of some very nice shiny plastic, sort of high quality. He's got nicely painted wheels that are pinned and rolled extremely well. He has got sort of very tinted glass in the front, though the back windows seem to be properly blacked out. On the back he's got a nicely moulded Hyundai badge. He's got transparent lenses in the back, and he's got the Santa Fe badge tampoed on, along with EV GT 4-wheel drive badge. He's got moulded mirrors. He's got these sort of strakes on the roof, and on the front it's got a big grille, Hyundai badge. The lights, now they've got the same sort of tinted glass as the windows, so you can hardly see, you know, sort of like the reflectors inside, but they are transparent lenses. So that's his vehicle mode. Very nice, nicely detailed, and according to the box, this is a 1/22nd scale of a real world vehicle. Now, transformation. The transformation is kind of the same as this guy, because the mould on this and the mould on this are exactly the same. Now if I bring that in a bit, so they're roughly about the same scale. The moulds are exactly the same. They work in the same way. Only this one being a bigger vehicle, it's made with a slightly thicker plastic, so it doesn't necessarily suffer from the sort of loose and rattly problems that the smaller one does. So to transform, first of all you pull the sides out and bring them to the side, and these will be the arms. In fact, you can transform the arms now. So you take these bits and sort of slot them in to there, and then you take the bottom bit, rotate that round, and then there's a peg joint or like a block peg in the side of the arm. Right, then you pull the roof out and bring the top of the car forwards. Now this roof bit on the back, you turn it round 180 degrees, and there's two little peg holes you can see there, and there's two little peg ports on the back of the roof, and they clip firmly into there, and that helps the head pop up. Now you bring this flat back, and that's your head in position. Bring the arms down, and then finally the legs. So you split the legs. Now he does have weapon storage on the inside of his leg, like most Carbots do, so you just unpeg that and take it out. And then you fold out that bit, fold down the foot, and then fold out that bit, fold down the foot, and there we have him. Ace in his robot mode. Now it's taken me a long time to get around to buying this guy, and the reason being is the head sculpt. I know it's in shadow, I don't know if you can see, but you can see he's got that lower part of his head where he's got this big red frowny face, and I just don't like that. And it put me off buying this guy, because even though he's a good character in the show, this one little aesthetic on his robot mode and toy mode, I just didn't really like it, and that's the reason why I didn't buy this guy. But I've had this guy for ages, and he's got the same head sculpt, even though it's painted the wrong colour. This guy is painted accurately, because they didn't paint the face white and they didn't paint the thighs white, so all the other paint apps are there bar those ones, and it does make a hell of a difference. In fact, I'll just quickly transform this into robot mode so I can do a direct comparison with the two. So there we go. Now you can see a size comparison between the two, and if you look, you can see that they didn't bother to, on this one, they didn't bother to paint the hips white or his face white, which is a bit of a shame. I mean, I could do it myself. I got the paintbrush out to him, but yeah. But like I said, this mould is exactly the same as that one. It's just because everything's the same, scaled down, including the thickness of the plastic. This one's very sort of light and flimsy, whereas this one's quite heavy and fairly solid. So size comparison time again. This is what I like to use for size comparisons against Carbots. Combiner Wars Lady Class Megatron. As you can see, he's quite a bit bigger than him. And yeah, he's very good. Articulation, just go through it quickly. He has got a ball jointed head, though, because it sits in this the neck plate that it sits on, there isn't much of the way of clearance. He can sort of turn his head to the side a bit, and you have to sort of force it to get it any more. So it's a bit restricted. It doesn't have light piped eyes, but he does have this gem in the middle of his forehead that's light piped all the way through. Shoulders, ratchet joints, they go round. Now on mine, this arm is a bit floppy. Now I tried tightening the screw up, it's not the screw, so I might have to take if I want to tighten this up, I'm going to have to take the joint out and put something in there to stiffen it up a bit. This mould has been used a few times. I'm suspecting that this is a reissue of the original toy, even though the moulding stamp on it says 2014. He is a bit kind of loose on some of these joints, especially, well, that one, and these ones ain't too clever. It's got no waist joint. It's got 90-degree elbows that are ratcheted, a few clicks. The hips, they go that far forward. that far back. Now they don't quite go out much further than that. The main reason is because you've got the tops of the hips, they bang on the pelvis, and then you've got 45-degree knees. They're ratcheted, they do go forward a click, but they're kind of restricted going back, and the foot's just on a transformation joint. So yeah, he's kind of restricted in his articulation in a few areas, as are all Carbots and majority of Korean transforming robot toys. So I've come to expect that. He looks very impressive. He's a good character in the show, though he tends to appear less in Season 2, and in Season 3 he has only cropped up a couple of times, and even then he's not in his normal mode, he's in his fire engine colours, which he transforms into when he combines with Mr. Storm over here to form the Pentastorm combiner. But I'm glad I got him, because I kind of needed him to complete the set, to get all 6 of the robot cast from Season 1. I'm not a completionist by any means, but this particular line, since I've got the rest of the characters, I might as well pick up the last remaining figure. And yeah, he's alright, he's very good. I'm not interested in getting the repaints. They have done a number of repaints of quite a few of the characters from Season 1. This guy has 3 repaints. He has in the normal colours, he comes in red, which is his proper colour. And they did a blue one and a white one. And they also did his fire engine colours as well. And then you've got Hawk. You can get him in red and black. Prawn comes in his police car colours. Dandy comes in his 2 versions of his ambulance mode. There's 2 different versions of the ambulance mode. Sky comes in a SWAT car mode. But Pentastorm is just Pentastorm. There's no repaint of Pentastorm. He's just the combiner. He just takes recoloured versions of the other characters that form up as limbs on his robot mode, and he becomes this big, massive truck combiner thing. But yeah, it's just, I suppose you ought to see him hold his gun in his hand, which he does. I don't know why these guys come bundled with guns, because they never use them in the show. The only character that's actually used a weapon that fires projectiles in the show is Sky, and she's got a glue gun which she uses to shoot out blobs of glue which gum up things and enemies, bad guys. So I don't know why they come with guns. Some of the characters have swords, especially the Season 2 characters, like Meister comes with his staff, which he does actually use in the show, and Artie comes with a sword, because he's a bit of a sort of a samurai dude. So yeah, but the rest of them, they always come with some sort of gun, except Pentastorm. He didn't come with a gun, but then again, he doesn't need one, because he can shoot beams from his arms and his eyes and all sorts. He comes fully loaded with hidden weaponry that he can shoot from his person. But yeah, Ace, he's alright. Stalwart character from Season 1, especially the early part of Season 1. Isn't really showing up that much in later episodes in Seasons 2 and 3, but still very good character. Glad I've got him, even though he's got a miserable face. So yeah, that has been my review of Hello Carbot SantaFe Ace. I hope you've been enlightened by my little review, and I will catch you all next time.